Listen, I love summer. I love pool days, beach days. I love the sun not setting until after 8 p.m. I love the sense of freedom that you get, especially running around New York City on a summer night. However, I hate being overheated and I hate humidity. And especially this year, the summer has felt just extra hot. I don't know what it is. And I know that I'm probably going to be spending quite a few days indoors this summer. So I've made a list of a variety of cozy summer activities, books, games, etc. that I'm hoping to consume or enjoy this summer season. And I wanted to share them all with you in case you're also looking for some ideas to get into over the summer. One of my big goals this summer is definitely to continue learning, which is why I'm so excited to be partnering with Skillshare for this video. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives with thousands of online classes led by industry experts across film, illustration, design, freelance productivity, and so much more. I'm also obsessed with Skillshare's learning paths, which are these curated sequential class collections that enable you to master a specific skill or competency. I know I've talked about how I'm currently in the midst of a job hunt right now, and I've been trying to just add more skills to my resume. One of those is Python, and they actually have an amazing Coding 101 Python course on Skillshare, which I am currently in the middle of and really loving. And I'm just loving that it's enabling me to add more skills to my resume and also at the same time getting to learn more cozy hobbies. Like for example, I've been taking this air dry clay course, which I'm super excited about, and I'll talk more about my excitement for air dry clay later on in this video. But I just love that I can use Skillshare in order to enhance both the professional side of my life and also the like fun hobby side of my life. The summer is definitely for me the summer of taking all of my I want to do this, I want to learn that, and making them happen. If you would like to join me, I have a link in my description box, and the first 500 people to use that link gets a free month for Skillshare. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Now let's talk about my other summer plans. So I'm going to kick things off by talking about the books that I plan on reading this summer. And I have a few books that I am just really excited to dive into or that I've recently started. So I'll go with two that I just started. The first one is Greenwild, The City Beyond the Sea by Pari Thompson. And this is the sequel to the first Greenwild book, which is a middle grade, fantastical, whimsical series. I would recommend this to anyone who loved the Nevermore series. I feel like it has a very similar writing style. So in the series, we follow Daisy Thistledown, who in the first book, her mom ends up going missing and she gets sent off to this boarding school, and she just knows that there is something going on, so she ends up investigating further. Through the Palm House in Kew Gardens in London, she falls into this other world called Greenwild. And in this world, people have like basically like botany magic or plant magic, and it's so whimsical and fun. And if you love the environment, if you love plants, if you love like just whimsical stories, you'll really enjoy this one, I think. And then I feel like I'm the last person on earth to read this book, but I have My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante, which I just started, and I'm really loving the writing in this one. It's just, the writing is so beautiful. I can't believe I waited this long to pick it up. But this is also a series, and we follow these two women from when they're children all the way up into late adulthood, and we follow their friendship over the span of all of these years. This book is also based in Italy, translated from Italian, and I just love Italy. I have no plans to go to Italy this summer, but I'll be going there in book form through this, and I love that. I don't think I've ever met someone who's like read it and disliked it, so I just felt like it was finally time for me to pick it up myself. And I don't know, this summer it just felt like this is the kind of book that I really want to read, so I'm excited for that, and I am really loving the writing so far. And then next, I definitely want to pick up Dollar Gut Dream Department Store. This is a Korean novel that was translated into English, and just like look at how stunning this cover is. It's so fun. But basically it takes place in this mythical department store where they sell dreams, and like so humans and animals wander into this department store to like buy different dreams is my understanding of it, and it just sounds really cute. And on the back summary it literally says, a captivating story that will leave a lingering magical feeling in readers' minds. This is the first book in a best-selling duology for anyone exhausted from the reality of their daily life, which honestly, who isn't? So yeah, I'm very excited for this one. It just sounds like the perfect like escapist novel. So when I'm trying to escape the humidity and the heat, I will definitely be diving into this one. And then there's a couple books that I don't own physically that I might either do as ebooks or eventually purchase, but are very high on my to read list. The first one is Bonjour Tristesse by Françoise Sagan. And this is a novel. It follows like a 19-year-old girl who's on vacation with her father. That's kind of all I know, but I read the first page in a bookstore and I loved the writing. Like, I just found the voice of the narrator to be so gripping that I just wanted to continue reading it right then. It was actually a feat that I didn't purchase that book that night, but I was like, I'm not reading it right now, and I'm trying to do this thing where I don't buy books unless I'm going to immediately start reading it. We'll see how long that lasts, but for right now, that is what I'm doing. And I was like, I'm not going to read this right now. I have other books that I'm currently reading. So I walked away from it, but I definitely want to read that this summer. Also because I'm not planning on going on vacation at all this summer, but I can go on vacation through books, and that is what I plan on doing. And then lastly, it's summer, it's Brat summer, and I recently saw Party Monster because it was one of the films that Charlie XCX had curated here in the city to like just share different films that had inspired the creation of the album Brat, and I loved the film. I thought it was so interesting, so fun, so compelling, and I was just told by so many people that if I loved the film, that I should read the book, which is nonfiction based on a true story. So my goal is to read that at some point this summer, see if I like it. And I kind of just want to read like some messy books. So like that one, Boy Parts is another one that I'm kind of wanting. Luster is another one that I have and I definitely want to read. So yeah, I just kind of I have all these like different like messy sort of party New York City type of novels or nonfiction books that I want to get to, and that's definitely one of them, definitely at the top of my list. Those are my big summer reading plans. Now let's talk about my cozy gaming plans. I am still waiting. Raise your hand if you're also still waiting on the Stardew Valley update for Nintendo Switch. I have just, all I wanted to do is play Stardew Valley, but I refuse until I get the update because I know I'm gonna have to redo everything and I don't want to like get hours into a new Stardew game and then the update will immediately of course come out. So I'm avoiding Stardew Valley, but I was looking at some other games I really want to play. I'm really hoping that Sunhaven is coming to Switch soon because like a few days ago, one of their devs said in Discord that the Switch version was imminent. So I'm like, fingers crossed that we get it maybe this month. Who knows? I'm dreaming big. But Sunhaven, if you don't know, it's very similar to Stardew Valley, but there's this whole like fantastical element to it. And out of all of the games that I've played that are like Stardew Valley but with fantasy, Sunhaven is hands down, in my opinion, the best one. I just love that game so much. So I definitely want to get some more hours back into playing that game. I haven't played it since it was in demo. That's how long it's been. And I loved it in demo. So I'm either going to just bite the bullet and dive back into it on PC, or fingers crossed it comes out this July and I get to have it on Switch. And if so, I'll probably be making like a cozy gaming vlog about it or something because it's just like one of my most anticipated games. And then two recent releases are one, Moonstone Island, which is another sort of Stardew plus more. So in this one, it almost gives me like Stardew plus Pokemon vibes. So like you're doing all of the like farming, crafting, mining, but you're also like going around and collecting monsters and you add them to your party and you get to like battle other monsters, but everything seems like very interconnected. Anyways, I just got this one on my Switch. I'm very excited to dive into it and see what it's all about, but I've heard great things about it and it just looks like a lot of fun. And then next is Chia, which has also just come to the Nintendo Switch. And Chia is a tropical open world adventure game where you follow our main character Chia as she sets off to rescue her father from a cruel tyrant. You glide, and sail around this beautiful island in what is supposed to be a very poetic coming of age story inspired by New Caledonia. It just looks beautiful, it sounds beautiful. And again, I just got this one on my Switch and I'm excited to dive in. Would love to hear your all thoughts if you've played these two games or any of these games. Would love to know what you've thought about them so far. And then outside of that, I have one silly goal We'll see if I actually do it because I keep trying and then I get frustrated and then I leave. Anyways, I have this silly goal of wanting to get better at Fortnite, specifically on the Switch, because I feel like I am okay at Fortnite when I play on PC, but once I have it on Switch, I don't know what it is, but like I struggle so much. But I know so many people play it on Switch and are good at it on Switch, and I want to be one of those people. So if you have any tips on how to get better at Fortnite, please leave them in the comments down below, because that's a goal that I have this summer. That's such a silly goal, but it's one that I genuinely have. Like, I just want to get better. I want to get good at Fortnite. Now let's talk cozy hobbies. You guys know that I love dabbling in various crafts, and one of my big goals for the summer is to pull out my sewing machine at least once, like pull it out and use it at least once, make one project, because I've had that sewing machine for a while and I just like have not properly used it in so long. And every time I wear a piece that I've made myself or I've altered myself, I feel so good, and I just want to do more of that. So yeah, one of my big goals is to break out my sewing machine and put it to use. And then another goal I have is I just recently purchased some air dry clay, and I've just been seeing lots of cute air dry clay DIYs. So I definitely want to make a couple of those, probably give some as gifts. Just sounds really fun. And I love like just working with clay and working with my hands. And I have done that before. Like, I've done polymer clay, but air dry clay just seems a little bit less finicky than polymer because it is more similar to like regular clay. And then lastly, I am wanting to really dive back into journaling. I was journaling a bit at the beginning of the year, but I kind of fell off. So I want to get back into all of that. Honestly, I want to get back into junk journaling specifically, because I just find not even like the act of writing things out, but the act of just like putting things together is so therapeutic in a similar way as like doing clay. It's just like working with your hands and just like making something look nice. There's something very like calming about that, and I just want to get back into that style of journaling. So yeah, goals to get back into like junk journaling this summer. I'll probably show like videos and stuff about that over on my Instagram, so be sure to be following me over there if you're not. And then lastly, of course, can't have summer without a couple of shows to binge watch. So the first one I just started last night and I'm loving, and it is My Lady Jane, which if you are a book person, you might be familiar that this was actually a novel, and I really enjoyed it. It's such a fun, cute YA book, and the adaptation is also so fun. Perfect for fans of shows like Bridgerton, Gallivant. It's historical romance, but it's also fantasy, and it's also very silly, and I love that. And I just feel like they've done such a fun job of adapting this story and making it like its own thing outside of the book, but also staying true to like the spirit of the book. So I'm really enjoying it. It's so good. It's on Amazon Prime. Highly recommend checking it out. So I'm excited for that. I'm also so beyond excited for Jimin and Jungkook's new travel show. I think it's called Are You Sure? It just looks so cute. I miss BTS so much, so I'm very excited for that one. I don't think that comes out until August though. But lastly, my mom has been bugging me to watch this show called Lovely Runner, which she loved. It's about this girl who her favorite idol ends up dying, but then she goes back in time and like is able to find him, and I believe the show is like her trying to save him from dying. So yeah, anyways, I've just heard amazing things. I feel like everyone's talking about it online. My mom has been bugging me to watch it since it came out, so I'm really excited to definitely watch that this summer. That's high on my list. Anyways, those are my big summer plans, what I'm reading, what I'm watching, what I'm playing. I would love to hear from you guys. What are you planning on getting up to this summer? Are you traveling? Are you also going to be in your homebody era like me? Let me know in the comments, and thank you so much again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Again, that link is down below if you would like to get your first month free. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!